I want to talk about your thoughts, because it's funny, I had a chance to listen to a sermon the other day by Sarah Jakes Roberts, that's her name, Sarah Jakes Roberts. And it was very interesting what she talked about. And when she talked about it, it just resonated in me. And it's funny that a lot of my conversations lately with a lot of different people have been about the way that our thought process is. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fact. Your thoughts will lead to your actions, and your actions will lead to your results. Your thoughts will lead to your actions, and your actions will lead to your result. So one of the things she talked about is funny because, of course, she's a minister. She talked about, I mean, and some of you might know and some of you don't, so don't take it right. I'm going to go into a spiritual thing right quick. She talked about in the garden when Adam and Eve was sitting in the garden and the serpent was talking to Eve. She said, and it made so much sense, she said the serpent did not deceive, the serpent did not basically didn't give Eve a command. The serpent just gave Eve a thought. And I want to start right there. The serpent gave Eve a thought. The serpent didn't tell Eve, didn't give her command to go eat of this fruit of the tree or anything. It just said it gave Eve a thought. And once Eve got the thought in her head, what she did, she started to let it fester in her mind, and then she went and ate of the fruit of the tree. So the serpent didn't give her a commandment. And I think that's what happens to a lot of you. Most people live every day, they live a life of a lie because of what somebody told them at a young age. You're never going to be enough. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't achieve in that. And it's the thought that gets in your mind. And what you'll do is let that thought process lead you to the life that you live today, ladies and gentlemen. So my question to you, it's like the Strangest Secret says. The Strangest Secret, a part of the Strangest Secret, I totally advise everyone on this screen to listen to the Strangest Secret. It says your mind is like an empty field. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Let me say that again. Your mind is like an empty field. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're planting negative thoughts in your mind, your life is going to turn out to be negative, and you're going to follow those thoughts processes throughout life. If you're planting positive things in your mind, your life will turn out a whole different way. So my question to you, see, it's easy to be in a room like this. See, when you're in a room like this, the virtual call center, and you got so much positivity around you that even if you came this morning with negativity, it can't last, right? Because everybody's excited, everybody's on the next level. So even all your problems that you had when you came to the screen, for some reason, they seem to disappear while you were in this circle or you're in the virtual call center where everybody's positive. But the moment that you depart from the virtual call center and you get in your little world and somebody whisper in your ear, why are you doing that? You're not going to make no money. Those people up there, all they want you to do is make money for them. David and Doug is making all the money. They ain't doing nothing. They whispering in your ear all this negativity, and your thought process will then lead down the road, oh, I'm not good enough to do this. I don't know why I'm doing this. Have you ever understand that if you deposit the right things in your mind will take you to success? Because here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen, in the next 10 years, life is going to happen. I assure you it's going to happen if God saves your life to keep you here for the next 10 years. But it's your thought process that's going to determine where you end up in those next 10 years. See, either your thoughts are going to take you right back to where you came from, in some situations, poverty, or your thought process is going to take you to wealth. The question is, who are you allowing to speak into your mind? Because see, that's why I'm very protective of my ear space and who thought process gets involved in my mind. Have you ever wondered why you think the way that you think or the processes you do? Because you heard from your parents, you heard from your mom, sister, brother, cousins. You've heard the words that they've spoken, and you start to live the life because of the thought process that they've given you. See, here's the truth about life, and I want you to hear me closely. When people see that you're struggling, they will exploit your mind and start to tell you things that you don't even believe because they would like to control you. I want you to think about it. Somebody who does not have your best interest, they see you going after this goal, you made a commitment, you was at the highest level. At the moment that you said yes, I want y'all to go back with me. At the moment when you said yes to this opportunity, your thought process had to be that I'm going to be successful. I can do this. I can make an extra couple $1,000s a month. I can make $10,000 a month. I can do this. I can do that. Whatever your thought process, at that moment, you believed it, right? That's why you're here. Because if not, if you thought you was going to fail, that this can't work, you never would have signed the paperwork to come in this business. You never would. So your thought process was on point until somebody whispered in your ear that it cannot be possible. Oh, this can't work. I can't do this. I can't do that. And so what happens is, let me explain something to you. I'm not telling you nobody's going to be at 100% excited every day and zero negativity. That's not possible. It ain't gonna happen. Nowhere in life. I don't care who you are, Doug, David, Shingai, Rachel, whoever, Sheena, Keith, whoever. Most people, your goal is to make sure that your belief level and your high thought process is at least 90 to 10 or 80 to 20, 70 to 30. 60 to 40, but you can never let your negativity out-succeed your positivity. You got to control the thoughts that get in your mind. I promise you, it happened. Just the moment when I started to, I'm telling y'all, listen to me. The moment I said, oh, I'm going to talk about thought processes last night. Oh, man, it seems like everything, people, all these situations start to come to say this and that and that. And I said, you know what? It's funny when you start to focus on something, how the enemy will find a way in and start to tell you something and start to make negative thoughts. And I said, man, you're going to speak on it. And right now you're in a negative thought. Get back positive. You're successful. You're a winner. Erase all the negativity. You're going to win at this game. I had to control the way that I was thinking to make sure that I was going to win. I'm telling y'all, your biggest failure is because the way you think. Your thought process is major, but you cannot let it get under attack, because when your thought process get under attack, you're going to be out of the game. Because really, it's the way that you think that controls if you're going to be successful here. Okay, let me explain it. This is how leaders do. Leaders say, my thought process, man, I'm going to win. I'm going to get these leads. I'm going to make sales. I'm going to keep going. Oh, I can call 6 people. Ain't nobody answer. It don't matter. My goal is $10,000 a month. In order for me to get to 10,000, I still got to keep calling people. I still got to keep winning. I still got to go. I don't care that 9 people just hung up on me. I don't care that that number ain't right. I don't care that ain't nobody answer the phone. My goal is 10,000. So I got to get to 10,000. I'm not focused on what's wrong. I'm focused on where I'm going. My thought process is that I'm winning, that I'm already at the success goal, that I'm going to make it to the next level. The moment that I allow negativity to control and become 60%, oh man, there ain't nobody answering the phone. Ain't these leads ain't no good. Man, ain't nobody, they just want us to pay for these leads so they can make money off of it. The moment that I start allowing that in, guess what? My life will deter and I'll end up going to find a job in the next couple of weeks and somebody else controlling my life. And then I'll get on the job and say, oh, I'm not making enough money here. They actually want me to come into work while it's raining outside. Oh, they're going to make me do overtime. It's your thought process. So let me ask you a question. What are you thinking about? Because see, one of the greatest things that I think I've ever read, one of them, is the self-confidence formula right here behind me. And number 2, it says, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outwardly form. What's dominating your mind? What's dominating your mind, ladies and gentlemen? Does success dominate your mind? Does winning dominate your mind? What's the thoughts that's dominating your mind? Because whatever dominates your mind will eventually reproduce itself in physically form. So it's your thoughts that's taking you to the next level. So if I'm the winners of this game, have a conversation with the people winning. Their conversation, the dominated thoughts, oh, we're gonna win, we're gonna find a way. Even though things are down, let's go to the next level. Okay, let's figure out how to increase this number. Oh, I only got 20 leads last week. I want to double my income. How do I get 60 leads this week? Oh man, I got 40 leads last week. I want to double my income. How do I get 80 leads? How do I become to the next level? How do I win? They're not looking at, oh, I'm gonna get 40 leads and only 3 people gonna have phone numbers and only 10 gonna answer. I'm not sure if I can do. Their thought process is not that way, ladies and gentlemen, because the truth is winning. And let me say this to you. The question I have for you, and I think I want every one of you to write this down. Do you understand the assignment that you've been given? What's the assignment that you've been given? Why did you show up here to this company? You showed up because you have an assignment. See, your assignment is not my assignment. Maybe your assignment is to help your mom. Maybe your assignment is to put your kids in a better situation. Maybe your assignment is to bless the lives of somebody else that's homeless. Maybe your assignment is just to be able to pay your bills every month. Maybe your assignment is to be the catalyst that takes your family to the next level. I don't know your assignment, but the question is, do you know your assignment? Because if you know your assignment, your thought process will be in alignment with the assignment that you came here for every day. See, when you know your assignment, no thought process can take you off. And immediately when you feel yourself going off, you say, no, you great, you can win, you can do this, you're the next top producer, you're going to be $100,000 ring earner. It doesn't matter that my start was slow. It doesn't matter. The race is not given to the swift, but he who endures to the end. I'm going to do it to the end. So I'm going to get $100,000 ring because Mr. Harris told me it just doesn't represent the money. It represents how many people's lives I've been able to save. So I'm going to finish this race. My thought process says that I'm deserving of success. My thought process saying that I'm going to be the next top producer. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you don't know my name now, but I promise you in my thought process, you will know my name at the next event because I'm going on stage to get my ring. I'm going on stage to be recognized. I'm going to save my family. I'm going to pay my bills on time. Do you know your assignment? What's your thought process? Because here's the truth about it. You cannot set out to change an industry and not become under attack. Let me say that again. You cannot set out to change an industry. Let's not even take it to change an industry. You cannot set out to change your family life. You cannot set out to change your kids' life. You cannot set out to be in a better community and don't think you're not going to get attacked. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. Why would the enemy come bother somebody that ain't doing anything? Why would they want their mindset? If I know you just gonna be lazy and ain't gonna do nothing, why would the enemy want your mind? They don't need your mind because they already know you ain't going nowhere. I gotta attack the minds of people who I know have a gift inside of them. I gotta attack the thought processes of somebody who I know can change the world. I gotta attack the mind of that woman or that man that's going to affect their whole community. Because if I attack their mind and I put the right thoughts in their mind, they'll quit. And there's less people I got to worry about becoming successful. Because I know if I allow everybody in this group to become successful, they're going to start changing the community. They're going to start blessing people financially. They're going to start raising the poverty level up to the next level. They're going to start giving away to homeless people so there won't be no homeless people. They're going to start blessing their parents so these people can't even open care centers, that their parents are in the house, that they're able to take care of them. If I let these people on this screen become successful, oh man, they'll change too many people. So I got to get in their thought processes so they can become average and be like everybody else and don't have no effect on the world. Why would you think that your assignment, that you're not going to be attacked in your thought processes? I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Stop allowing everything to affect you. And if it's affecting you, you know why it's affecting you? Because you don't know your assignment. That's why it's affecting you. Because if you know your assignment, you don't let things bother you. And the moment that you get off track, when it becomes 60-40, excitement to negativity, and then you start seeing it going up, the negativity going up. No, I can't think this way. Let me throw on some words of encouragement that go in my mind and say you're a winner, that you're a greatness. You were determined for success. Everything is possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I can be the new person in my life. It only took one person to change the Michael Jackson family. I can be that person. It doesn't matter where I came from. I can be that person. It doesn't matter where I started at. I can be that person. But if you don't know your assignment, how can you go someplace you have no destination to go? Here's the question I have, and I'm about to end. Whose hands is the dream in? Somebody sent me a little thing that I think was so everything. And it says, if I take this basketball and I have it in my hand, the basketball is probably worth $30 to $40. But if I take the same basketball and put it in LeBron James' hand, that basketball becomes worth 20 to 30 million. If I take this football and I hold it in my hand, the football is only worth probably $20, $30. But if I take that same football and put it in Russell Wilson's hand, it's probably worth 60 to 70 million. Let me ask you the question, whose hand is the dream in over here? See, is people going to have the same dream, the same opportunity, and they're going to come in here and say, oh, it's not worth it, and they're going to leave, and it's not worth nothing to them but the $100 they paid to get in the business. But somebody else is going to say, oh, my hands have been blessed with a dream. The $100 investment just made me a multimillionaire. Whose hands is the dream in? Do you have the dream in your hand? Because if the dream is in your hand, what's the problem? What's your thought process? Where are you going? What are you doing with the dream? You say you want to change your family. You have the dream. What's your thought process? Because here's it is. Faith comes by what? Hearing. Faith comes by what? Hearing. And if I don't hear it enough, I can't believe it. If faith comes by hearing and I don't hear it enough, how can I believe it? So all I got to do is get in your ear and just say, yeah, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it, man. Listen, man, girl, please, you can't make it. You know what I'm saying? You and your husband ain't doing good. Y'all ain't gonna make it. They don't want you over there. You ain't good enough. You know what? Because you was born in the projects. You can't make it. Ain't nobody out of the projects gonna make it. Oh man, your mother and dad ain't never had nothing, so you ain't gonna make it. You can't do that because you divorced. You can't do it. Oh, you can't do that because man, don't nobody like you. You don't have no friends. If you keep hearing it enough, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna believe it. So the question is, what do you believe? What are you hearing enough? See, I choose to hear that, oh, you're a multimillionaire. You changing the lives of family. Your last name will be different. It's funny, I was in the shower today and I said to myself, Donaldo worked so hard. It's crazy, but I'm sorry. Donaldo worked so hard that your girls and your family, their husbands want them to keep your last name because your last name is so powerful. You know why I thought about it? Because I'm like, why does she call herself Sarah Jakes Roberts? Oh, she want to keep the Jakes name because the Jakes name is so powerful. She don't want to be called Sarah Roberts. The Jakes name is so powerful that she want to keep the Jakes name so she can be recognized by the Jakes name. So Donaldo, you got to work so hard that your daughters and your granddaughters want to keep the Harris name and hyphenate it with their husband names because your name is so powerful. What's your thought process? How hard are you willing to work? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, you have an opportunity of a lifetime. The enemy will attack you in your mind and in your thought process. And once they can attack your mind and your thought process, they have you. You're done. What are you allowing in your head space? Oh, I don't want to pay no $150, man. Why would I pay $150 to go to an event? Well, you know, they da-da-da-da-da. Why I got to pay and they making money? What's in your thought process? What's your thought process? How about saying, man, that $150 investment is going to help me to make $40,000 next month. That $150 investment is going to put me around a Shingai, somebody who has all the essence of what it takes to be the next level. I'm going to pay $150 just to be around her. I'm going to have a chance to sit and talk with a Sheena Adams who's been able to make $500,000 in a year. I'm going to sit around a Sheena. $150 to sit around excellence, that's nothing to do it, because I'm going to pay $150 to go hear somebody stand on the stage, holler and scream, and they ain't get nothing out of it but sweat. What's your thought process? Ladies and gentlemen, as we leave and end this month, I'm asking you to challenge yourself to the next level for next month. We need to make August the biggest month ever in the history of senior life. The Blake Group, matter of fact, I dare us to double what Rob Ellsbury and them do. If Rob Ellsbury and them do 2 million, we do 4 million. If Rob Ellsbury and them do 3 million, we do 6 million. Because we thinking at another level. Our thought process is not an average thought process, because we're not average group. We're not like your average people. And this is the last thing I promise, it's 8:01. Let me tell you this. When we are thinking, the reason why successful people, I told you, why successful people win, because they're around an environment of people to win. That's why the winners stay on the virtual call center all night, because they don't want to have time for anybody negative to get in their thought mindset, to get them to tell them what they can't do right. If I'm around a group of people who are winning and their thoughts are getting in my head, I win. Tell me why all the top 6-figure earners are on the VCC to 8 and 9 o'clock, but people who don't even make 30,000 are leaving before 8 o'clock. Please tell me why. Because people who want their mind right, they get their self around thought processes of people who winning, so their mind can develop to that. Listen, man, I love each and every one of you. Man, I promise you, if you change your mind, you change your life. Change your mind, change your life. Change your mind, change your life. Change your mind, change your life. Change your thoughts, change your life. Change your thoughts, change your life. What are you willing to do, man? I love each and every one of you. I never take this moment lightly. I promise you, if you change your thoughts, you will never live a life of lack ever again. You will never live a life of struggle again. Get yourself around people who are winning, and only allow, as the Stranger Secret said, only allow positive things to get into your mind, because your mind is like a field. Whatever you place in it is going to grow. Be careful what you allow in your ear space. Y'all have an amazing day, man, and let's go win.
Let's go. Donaldo. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Donaldo.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Awesome
brother.
call, my brother.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.